This video will help you to deal with the challenges of painting yellow flowers. Showing tone on yellow flowers can be particularly difficult, and mixing a darker yellow is not always possible or effective. Therefore, a shadow colour is required. Such shadow colours have been referred to as botanical greys, and they can vary in colour. You may have need of a neutral grey, a blue grey, purple grey, green grey, and so on. My main palette is divided into warm and cool colours, each consisting of 3 primaries. It is these primaries that are mixed together to produce a range of grey. This example shows the range of greys mixed with the warm palette. Notice the subtle variations. The following colour strips show each grey reduced in tone by adding more water. You may also notice the granulation created by using French ultramarine in the mix. This is the range of greys created from the colours in the cool palette. The decision of which shade of grey to use is very much dependent on light conditions and what shade of yellow the flower is and whether it is warm or cool. Once you have decided upon the shade of grey required, you use this colour to depict the tonal qualities and variation of the subject. This needs to be done gradually, working first with light washes and then building up the tone for darker areas. Let the tonal washes completely dry and then the yellow wash can be painted on top of this. This sketch of a Marsh Marigold shows how a green-grey wash has been used to depict the tonal variation in the flower, especially where the petals overlap. In this sketch of a primrose, you can see how a neutral grey wash has been subtly used to depict the tonal variations in the petals and the finer details of the flowers. Creating colour charts such as these to use for reference is very useful. These examples show the various shades of grey, overpainted with a warm and cool yellow, the warm yellow being quinacridone gold and the cool yellow being Windsor lemon. There are 2 more ways to depict tone when painting yellow flowers. Firstly, when a neutral grey is required, using a 2H pencil gives a pleasing effect. Here you can see how this illustration of a cowslip incorporates a layer of tonal shading in pencil with a watercolour wash on top. The second option is to use Chinese stick ink. This decorative block of compressed ink can produce a grey wash that you can vary in depth of tone. On a china palette, place a few drops of water and move the ink stick in a circular movement, applying slight pressure. You will soon see a puddle of ink developing. This can be diluted down further and used in the same way as a watercolour wash. One thing to bear in mind is that once dried, the wash becomes very permanent. Therefore, if you want to soften an area with a moist brush, you have to move quite quickly.